Arg!
This girl has never had to cook for anyone. The character we played has never had to cook. Oh, for fuck's sake. I walked over and scanned the table before giggling. Diana raised an eyebrow at me.
And what is so funny?
You didn't make everything breakfast related. You forgot a couple things.
Like what?
Coffee, pancakes, waffles. Diana looked almost insulted before looking to the table and recounting the plates. I laughed harder, making her glare at me.
I haven't been in the human world long enough to know everything, all right? Unlike the boys, I know little to nothing about what you humans eat in your homes.
I smell a new deal coming my way. At the mention of the boys, I suddenly remembered them. They treated me like part of their family, caring for me and making sure I was okay beyond anything else. They were servants to me, and I let them go. And I was the asshole who let them go. Why does this route exist? I let out a sigh at the memory. Little did I know that Diana stared at me the entire time. I shook my head and looked at the table, getting an empty plate and filling in what I had. Diana remained smiling, watching me. I felt almost naked under her gaze, so I looked over, pausing my eating. Aren't you going to eat?
I already ate.
Okay. What did you eat?
You really wish to
No.
know?
Hold on. I'm gonna look at that route again. I closed it. God. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Just like a big train of... No. This must be Diana's route. I've heard about this, but I didn't think it actually existed. And this was the way to get to it. I had no idea. I was so innocent. So innocent. No, not groups. What the fuck? Forum. Yes, thank you. Do the thing with the stuff. Bum 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 da 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 da. Okay, yes to what she ate. Okay. I wanted to know more about demons. I wanted to know about her. Of course I said yes. Diana stared and surprised me before smirking a bit and reaching into her cleavage. I watched as she pulled out a small purple vial. She popped the cork and poured a mere couple sipfuls into her palm before recorking the vial and placing it back in her dress. Diana closed her eyes and closed her hand. What was she doing? This was odd to watch her, yet at the same time I was practically at the edge of my seat with curiosity. What was she going to do? Her hand started to open, almost like a blossoming flower, and revealed a small peach-sized fruit. It was purple and almost enchanting smell to it, and made food and almost seemed almost disgusting.
A plant from the abyssal plains. We call it a sweet flower. Would you like to try it?
Yep. I nodded, staring at the fruit. It looked absolutely gorgeous and delectable. Couldn't resist grabbing onto it and had a chance to try it. Diana nodded before cupping the fruit back in her both hands and pulling the purple flesh from the fruit, revealing a juicy blackish center as if it was cut on the inside. Diana pulled out a perfect slice and handed it to me.
I must say, you may be the first human to try this fruit. You should consider yourself lucky.
Hope I don't die from it. Holy cow. I nodded, not pulling my eyes away from the fruit slice in my hand. It was juicy and it was clear. Juice painted over my fingers. I somehow didn't care. I wanted to try it and savor it, and somehow die from it. Holy cow. I lifted the small slice to my lips and took a small bite, feeling ecstasy run through my mouth. I almost couldn't fight back the moan that was erupting from my throat. What the fuck? It was sweet, yet it was slightly tart. It was a perfect combination, and at the same time it felt so unnatural. I felt not only pleasure in my mouth, but my body began to feel energized and warm. What the fuck? All of that from a small bite. It's a crack peach. I swallowed the biteful and let out a pleasured sigh, making Diana smirk slightly at me with a raised eyebrow. I couldn't lie to her about how it tasted. It's delicious.
That it is. They're natively grown in my kingdom, so I have the pleasure of enjoying these every day.
You have a kingdom?
I do. The boys are not the only royals in the demon world, sweetie. I just so happen to be a princess.
I stared in surprise. She was really a princess? How? She looked so mature. She was more of a queen than a princess. Really, you're a princess? You seem more like a queen. For a split second I swore I saw Diana blush, but as she started to laugh, I shook my head at the thought.
You flatter me, little girl. You best be careful. I may just take your flattery as an invitation to take your energy.
I shut my mouth, feeling a blush across my own cheeks. I returned to eating the fruit, hearing her chuckle and eat the remainder of the fruit on her own. Surprisingly, I felt full just from that small slice. How could it be? The only explanation was that magic. So I mentally accepted it as just that. But I didn't accept that Deanna was leaning over and lifting my chin to look down at me.
Messy, aren't you?
I stared at Deanna, came closer, gently kissed my cheek by the corner of my lip, making me gasp slightly. What was she doing? Why was she kissing my cheek? I was rid of the face already, and here she was taking advantage. Deanna pulled away and slightly licked and popped her lips. What?
You had a little juice on the side of your lip. It was bothering me.
I ran my fingers over where she kissed me and I felt my face go red, even hotter. And Diana chuckled slightly at the sight, making me almost glare at her. I didn't know if she was flirting with me or trying to embarrass me. Either way, she was winning. Eventually, my alarm started going off, reminding me to be ready for Naomi and Suzu. Right, school was the thing. I stood from my chair and grabbed my bag, walking out of the dining room.
And where are you going, might I ask?
I have to go to school.
Ah, I see.
I looked at Diana, feeling that she was up to something. She had her arms crossed, looking to me as if I owed her something. What?
Well, I don't exactly want you to leave this house with the memories you have. I'd be breaking the rules if I allowed that.
But we had a deal. You stay for the day, I keep my memories until you leave. I still have to go to school, though.
Then skip school and stay home.
What?
That, or I go with you.
What? Dude, it was crazy. To suggest going to my school was practically setting a death wish everyone would ask about, or what would I tell everyone? It's crazy.
I can't let you leave this house with those memories unless I'm with you. Rules are rules.
What rules?
The rules of the world, sweetie.
Rules of the world? What was she talking about? Blah, 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 blah.
The rules applies to any magical being that lives in the human world. They were established on a day you humans might know as the birth date of Jesus Christ.
How would you know this? Wait, does she know Christianity is legitimate?
It's a story to some, a religious faith to others. I won't deny or prove a religion exists because that's a human matter. Magical beings, on the other hand, don't pay attention unless they're angels from the world of heaven.
Well, my curiosity is pecking at my mind like a frantic bird. I wanted to know more. Dana was giving me answers, and I wanted to ask more questions. However, I had to go to school. I was conflict.
Stay, and I'll tell you more of these rules.
And if I go?
Then I take your memories. Now.
I was trapped. There was no way I could just take down. I'll stay. Fine. Fucking fine. I bit my lip. Did I really want to stay? I feel my fingers run over my phone and call up Naomi. Without even listening to the phone, I spoke into it. Hey girls, I'm feeling really sick. Don't worry about coming and don't come over. I'm staying home and getting better. I hung up without even acknowledging Naomi and Suzu on the other end. Danny crossed her arms and waited for me to turn to her fully. I threw my bag to the side and looked to Diana, ready to know more. You're gonna tell me everything.
I'll do the best I can.
I walked up the stairs with Diana behind me. I glanced through the dining room to see it was already clean. I guess Diana used magic. Wound up in the bedroom. Woo! Back in the bedroom. Again. This route. I just don't want to, so I can ask anything.
I'll give you the best answers I can give.
Blah, 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 blah. She has reasons, blah, 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 details. The rules of the worlds, what are they?
They are the heart and soul of the human world, created and approved by all 5 worlds on the human date, December 25th.
That wasn't technically the birth of Jesus Christ. The birth of Jesus Christ most likely happened during the summer era, but we celebrate it on December 25th. 5 worlds?
In human terms, there is the human world, heaven, purgatory, hell, and the abyss.
I wonder what's in purgatory. What are the rules in this agreement?
These rules dictate the behavior of otherworldly creatures in the human world. Without them, there would be constant war between angels and devils, while the vampires would try and enslave humanity.
Of course there are vampires.
Demons are merely the watchers, but often the devils or vampires will try and coax them into joining them.
Of course. So angels and vampires exist too? Huh?
Yes. Angels are from heaven, watching over the human world with a careful eye. Vampires are from the human world, but pass on to purgatory before rebirth.
I stared at my lap. This was also amazingly interesting. Yet, curiosity. Did I want to know more? Did I want to know more about demons or rules? So these rules have rules over humans? Humans can't know about magic at all?
Correct. Humans, to the angels, need to remain pure and innocent. So they dictated that humans cannot know of the other worlds or of other beings. The rest of us agreed. Only a select few are allowed to know the truth about us.
But that's hardly fair.
Well, take a look at yourself. You're barely proficient with magic. Your kind is too focused on who will fight the next war or who will screw the next person. I'm sorry to admit this, but humans are the weakest race in the planes of existence. The only ones who truly protect you are angels.
Why don't we have an angel dating sim? Why don't we have that? I would freaking use the shit out of that, but instead we get this and its sequel. No, we're not inferior.
Oh, you're not now? Really?
Yeah.
Let's go on a little trip, shall we?
Yes, take me on a trip in your favorite rocket ship. Going through the skies, little Einsteins. Wow, look at this. We're in business office. Where are we?
Just a simple business office. Nothing more.
Sure. Blah, 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 blah. Brain aware. I knew this place somehow.
What? Who are you two?
I froze.
Why, do you not know who we are? For shame, for shame.
Okay. Hiked her dress to where her entire leg slipped from the slit. She crossed her legs and tossed her hair gently.
We are your employers. This lovely lady is the CEO of the company, and I am her personal secretary. You men, however, are late.
Of course. Of course, it's my company. Were they really believing her lie? How? Da-da-da-da-da. Slightly jealous.
One of you needs to come over here and kiss my foot as an apology.
What? They obviously couldn't be that enthralled with her enough to stoop so low. And they did. No way. No way.
My ankle next.
Oh my... Just fucking stop. Dana, what are you doing?
Proving to you how weak the human mind is.
For fuck's sake.
Water, a massage, another kiss.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And the slaves and such. For some reason this irritated me beyond belief. I wanted it to stop. This is probably... I don't even care. I don't care. I don't care. That's enough. Yep.
Oh my. Is someone a little jealous?
Yeah, they get to kiss your ankle. Yeah, I don't like it. Stop it. You're proving a point. I'm good.
I have proven my point, haven't I? Oh, well. I guess I got a little carried away.
Yeah, dude. Papa.
You're adorable when you're jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'm looking at my phone during this. Yeah, we're back in the bedroom.
So, now do you understand the vulnerability of humanity?
Yeah, she was right. That justifies ignorance? How does that justify ignorance?
Ignorance is the only safety humans get to have. If humans were to know about us, do you know what kind of chaos would occur?
Great balls of fire.
There are already wars in the human world being fought amongst yourselves. Equality, dominance, power. The human world is practically the image of self-chaos. Innocent blood is spilled every day in your world. Doesn't matter the color or creed you carry.
Clicked. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You think blood is spilled now? There will be much more if humans knew about otherworldly creatures. Our existences can destroy beliefs and human logic.
Oh no! Meh.
Religions would crumble and civil wars would clash. Paranoia would be a constant in every human mind. And soon armies will rise up, trying to defend humanity without true knowledge of who we are and what we can do.
Oh my.
Vampires would be forced to retaliate and build armies of their own, and trust me, they're not as friendly as the vampires in your human fictional drabble. Devils would have a heyday and wreak havoc, finally finding a collective weakness in the human world to exploit. Angels would have to come down and fight their devil rivals, and the human world would become their battlefield.
Wow.
The rules are to make sure that we all stay at peace. To have us all fighting at once would result in a massive cataclysm that would engulf everything and everyone, no matter what we were.
Wowie zowie.
Demons already have enough on our collective plates. We don't need to become the backlash victims of broken ignorance.
Diana. Take her hand. I felt myself gently scoot closer to Diana before laying a line on her hand on hers. Blah 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 blah.
I'm fine. I was merely trying to prove my points.
Yeah, it was something. I begged Diana to stay, despite knowing our deal. Diana, despite promising to only stay a day, agreed to stay longer to tell me more. Soon days passed by, filling with lessons and examples of magic. Knowing that I would be missed at school, Diana quickly took care of making sure I wasn't missed. Using a simple spell, as she called it, she created an illusion of me to go in my place. It was real to humans and acted just like me, but was like a ghost to demons. I kinda wished I could remember that spell. She told me of vampires, creatures that looked just like humans who had an inner hierarchy. There were 4 types of vampires, but all of them were under oath by the rule of worlds not to hunt humans. It was strange and it felt like a fictional novel, but Diana promised that vampires were not like the books. They had adapted to living with humans, creating a formula that allowed them to walk around during the day. They even had a blood bank as currency and made synthetic blood to quench their thirsts. They had real blood to drink, of course, but they got it either through hospital blood drives or black market means. It was surreal. Devils were as chaotic as Malik's was, but they were still all under the command of the very powerful fallen angel and devil King Satan. He, however, still had the heart of an angel. He was simply sitting in hell and waiting for an opening into the human world. I hoped it would never come. Angels, on the other hand, were not as I expected. When I thought of angels, I imagined beautiful human-looking creatures with wings and halos.
I still wonder who spread that rumor.
Diana explained that they actually looked monstrous. Each archetype of angel looked different, but Diana couldn't describe them all. The one that stood out the most to me was the seraphim. She described it as a mysterious creature that hid behind 3 large pairs of wings. Yeah, actually, this is in the Bible, and I've seen it, and it's kind of cute, I guess. What if the seraphim did look human?
Well, anyone who has met a seraphim and tried to find out has not lived to spill the secret.
Oh, fuck. I gulped. It was scary to hear that for some reason. Angels were strict and were not as forgiving as they claimed. According to Diana, they had a love-hate relationship with humans. But they didn't try to dominate us. They only became mediators for the rule of the worlds. Why not?
I'd rather not get into that.
Why?
It's not my place to talk about heaven. Only the angels.
She also mentioned their methods for memory removal. As the self-proclaimed guardians of the humans, they had the right to baptize humans who held memories of otherworldly creatures should they find any in the human world. This baptism not only erased the memories of magic, but erased their entire memory clean. Humans wouldn't remember who they were or who they knew. A blank canvas. Demons, however, unlike the others, were passive creatures that only truly cared for their own world. They had their own lands, kingdoms, and lord living there. The most powerful demon in the abysmal plains was the demon lord. He was the incubus boy's father and was a ruthless man. He conquered, and we knew this. Many feared about and this one, and she was offered as bride to his sons. We knew this. Why would you accept that?
I had no choice. I was barely a child when the decision was made, and when I learned of it, I had accepted it.
Why, though?
It didn't matter. My kingdom would be safe, and I would be able to live with knowing I was able to protect my kingdom.
What? You shouldn't have to marry someone you don't love. Be safe, yes, but you would be unhappy. Can you live with yourself knowing that?
I'd rather be unhappy than see my kingdom burn to the ground. Besides, as the bride of the next demon lord, I'd have the ability to change things. I could disband his armies, bring peace to the abyssal plains.
I still don't like her, dude. Like, I doubt you would do that. This is very out of character. But what about love?
Love?
Yeah.
Love can't exist for me. I'm the most powerful succubus in the demon world. Anyone who would go after me would only be entranced by my power.
I'm not.
You're a human, dear. You can't know when I'm using my powers or not. I could be using them now, making you interested in me to trust me.
But you're not, are you? You like me.
What?
You like me. You definitely like me.
I do not. I'm merely fulfilling
You like
my
the
end of the deal.
rabbit. You like it. You like the rabbit. You like me. You like me. You like me. Whoop! You like the rabbit. But I didn't expect her taking my hand and forcing me to closer to her. A mere inch separated our lips, but Diana's stare at my soul made my mind go blank. I barely remember what I was saying. Diana remained holding me. I didn't fight. She stared into my soul, and I allowed it. I was concerned at the same time. I was intrigued. Diana was indeed a beautiful woman. Seeing her up close made me face a turn slightly red in embarrassment. Any moment, she could lean in and kiss me, maybe even take my energy. However, she didn't.
You are interesting for a human.
She then released me. Did I like her? Blah, blah, blah. Not impossible.
Is there anything else you wanted to know?
Was that all I wished to know? No, there was some more. No, that should be all.
I understand.
Yay! It felt like forever, yet I enjoyed learning more. Felt bad that I had to lose my memories.
Well, if you don't mind, there's one place I need to visit, and I'd rather visit it now than after I take your memories. I'll be gone from the area for quite a while anyway.
Huh? Where do you need to go?
A cemetery. There's something I need to do there. It's boring, sadly, but I need to do it. You need to come with so I can watch you.
Why'd she need to go to a cemetery? Sure, let me...
No need to get dressed up. It's just a brief visit.
Yay. Was this a spinning trick? A trick she did? I felt myself clinging soon the world and cold, and somehow I looked down and regretted it. At our feet was grandfather's gravestone. It was untouched and as clean as when I last remembered seeing it. Why were we here?
How do you know him?
Answer my question.